Good morning YouTube. This is day 2 of my 3-day weekend. I launched the boat this morning and I am staying, you can see the boat here behind me. So I'm staying on the marina, I'll just swing you. I'm staying on the marina in Dingle in County Kerry in our Southern Ireland. This is the boat here, obviously. So I'm staying here for the night and I'm just going to get myself ready and I am going to head out and have a look at the few bits and pieces throughout the day, and I'll film them as we go. Dingle Marina is absolutely really clean, really nice, really pleasant. The harbour master or berthing master, I'm not sure, Colin is his name, an absolute gentleman, met me at 7 o'clock in the morning to open the gate in order for me to launch the boat and put the trailer into a car park. I think I've paid €15 for the night for one day till tomorrow afternoon, which is very good value for money. But as you can see, the marina is absolutely spotless. That's the marina office up there. Now I got Column's details just by doing a Google search on the internet. So he was very prompt. Just got to open the gate here. When I rang, he answered the phone and organised to meet me at 7 o'clock in the morning. Very high security here. Well, I say high security, there is security here. And I'm just making my way back up to the car just to get my few bits and pieces of my coat and stuff that I need for the day. Interesting to see, because we have high tides, big tides here in Ireland. This chap here is actually, it's a bit cloudy there. He's actually come alongside to let the tide go out, and he'll, I'm guessing, be doing a bottom job. We don't necessarily need to haul out. There are haul out facilities, obviously, but you know, with the tides, you can clean the bottom of your boat for little money, I would imagine. Anyway, let me just get sorted, get suited up and get on my way. Okay, all suited up, ready to go. I'm just about to untie the lines and we'll head out. Once we're on the way out, I will just give you a brief rundown of what I plan on doing today. So let me just untie the lines and we'll get on our way. Okay. We're untied. Just about to leave. So I'm not exactly sure what the weather is going to be like today. It seems very overcast and dull, but it's not windy. But I do think they're predicting winds of 15 miles an hour, 15 knots maybe, later today. So if that's the case, and if it does get a bit lumpy, we'll just have to call it a day. But we'll see. The plan for today anyway, there was a fishing trawler ran aground. The engines failed and it flew onto the rocks in the storm, and they're in the process of cutting it up and removing it from the rocks. Now I showed you already, there's pieces of it have been brought ashore up on the pier already, so I'm hoping to go and have a look at the wreck site. We're going to go from there then. We'll have a look at maybe the Blaskets and get out to Shipwreck Michael. And Shipwreck Michael is famous because that's where the film Star Wars was filmed some years ago. And depending on the weather, we might take a look across the bay at Harbour. What I've described there is a good long day, so we'll see how it goes, see where it goes, and along the way I have some food left over from last night's dinner, so I'm going to try and heat that up and have my lunch along the way at anchor somewhere, and probably make a cup of coffee at some stage. So bear with me and we will head out to Harbour. As you can see, the jack-up rig, and there's the trawler that went ashore, and they've obviously started cutting her up. So I'll try and get a bit closer, see can we get a little bit better, more clearer footage. Sad to see a ship or a boat go like this, all because of an engine failure. They got blown up in the rocks. Very sad to see this like this. That was a fine fishing trawler in its day, supporting many families, and look at it now. Such a waste. So these jack-up rigs, they float into position and they put down these spuds into the ground so they have a stable platform to work from. And they support, well, you can see the crane, and in the background here there's a machine with a cutting head on it, so it'll literally cut the boat up into pieces and they'll bring the pieces ashore. The superstructure is on the pier in Dingle in pieces. I'll go around, I'll try and get around this side here, see can I get a better view, but I got to be careful because there's rocks just here. You can see these rocks just here and here, so I have to be very careful. You can see the trawler just in behind it here. It's just too risky to get in here. There's rocks here, and there's rocks, you can't see them, they're just under the surface. And there's a bit of a swell. It's not rough or anything, but there's a bit of a swell. And if anything was to go wrong with my engine, I would end up in there, and do not want to happen. Do not want that to happen. Here you can see the skips, and they're loading. You can see the pieces. Let me zoom in. You can see pieces of the boat, the red hull there, or whatever part that's been cut off. So it's been loaded into these skips and brought ashore. So maybe we might be able to get to see some activity. You can see the boom on the machine. It's just going. It's just going down. I'll try and get in over here somewhere to see can we get a better view. The machine in the background here, you can see it's beginning to move. I wonder will we be able to catch any of it. Cutting some of the trawler up. Okay, you can see the cutting head on the machine, and they're just about to start cutting. Let's see, can I scooch in a little bit closer? So I'm right in by the rocks here. You can hear the machine working away here. And I'm just sitting at anchor. You can see my anchor holes there. See them picking it apart. See the jaws on that now. The power in those is something else. away. You can see there's smoke coming up there. There's a guy with a cutting torch in behind this bulkhead here, and the machine is still chomping away. So I'm going to hold up here for a little while. The tide is dropping. I have my, here we go here, my kettle boiling, and I make myself a coffee and just sit down and relax. I've got to be careful here because there's some rocks here. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of piece they can get off today. See the cutting torch just there, and there's another crew of guys here with their support boat. It's a fairly big operation. I can count 4, 5, 6, 9 guys anyway. Anyway, in other news, kettle's boiled, nice hot cup of coffee to start my day. You can see here, see the rocks there? So imagine the power of the sea. This great big boat that probably weighed, I don't know, 100 or so tons would have come in here and would have had to have been lifted up and over these rocks to get on the inside of them. So the power of the sea is just immense. Its fate was sealed once it touched the rocks. And you can see here, it looks like it was in very good condition prior to the accident. They're still cutting away here in behind there. I'm going to stick around for a while and hopefully, with any luck, I catch a piece being removed, a big piece. That's a cargo carrying boat now, and she's obviously come out to replace the skips. There's actually skips in here, and I presume they're coming to swap the skips over. Here you can see the lads are still working away. It looks like they're taking the back quarter off, so we'll stick around for a while to see that being lifted off. Looks like they're loading on gas bottles for cutting. These guys in the boat here are scooping up any of the debris that's floating in the water. They've got some nets and they're putting it into the boat. You can see the gas bottles there being brought onto the jack-up barge. Here you can see the remains, or some of the remains, after being cut off the trawler we've been looking at all day today. There are the two skip loads that came off the jack-up rig earlier on from that fishing trawler that's been cut up. I guess they're waiting to offload these tomorrow, maybe because it's a bank holiday weekend, or maybe Tuesday. Here you have the ship, the trawler, being taken away in a larger skip. And there's the barge carrying ship with the empty containers on the way out to bring in another load of broken up ship, or trawler I should say. Again, these are the pieces from the Fastnet trawler that went to shore here in Dingle. So today's dinner is going to be pan-fried potatoes and some fried salmon. And I have a little piece of white fish that I'm going to cook up because I have no way of keeping it fresh till tomorrow. So I will cook it and perhaps eat it tomorrow morning. But for now, tonight's dinner is pan-fried potatoes with salmon. I'm cooking here now. Just a nice quiet spot. I've left the boat back at the marina in the water for the night. I will go out again in the morning, and once I've been out, I'll come back and put the boat on the trailer, and that'll be the end of the weekend. So I'm just frying these in a little bit of butter. This will be lovely now. I'll plate it up and enjoy my dinner, I think. That about wraps up this week's video. It was an interesting video to see the salvage or the cutting up of the fishing trawler. It's not something you see every day of the week. Just like to say thank you very much for joining along. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Next week's video is going to be a film of the Blasket Islands and Skellig Michael, where they filmed Star Wars, as I said earlier in the video. Had a few new subscribers this week. Just want to say thanks very much. Appreciate it, and we'll catch you next week, and have a good one. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. See you.